Yeah, bridging is still a nightmare with such fragmentation. Looks like we have a lot of work ahead of us. Next up, we have David Vorick from Glow Labs, a virtual factory that constructs real solar farms.
Thank you very much. I don't see, can you guys see my slides? Okay, there we go. Excellent. So I'm here today to talk about Glow. But before I jump into it, I kind of wanted to talk about the current state of crypto because, so I've been in crypto for about 14 years. I've been through a lot of ups and downs, the Mt. Gox hack, the DAO hack, ICO summer, FTX. And this is the lowest that I've ever seen morale amongst the crypto OGs. And so if you take like a snapshot of what crypto has been for the past couple of months or maybe past year, you see things like Trump coin and Millennia and unicorn fart dust and these like bizarre boxing matches, 3 million token projects, and it just, crypto casino everywhere. People have just kind of embraced the sludge and the like worst part of our industry. And so even if the token prices aren't down so much right now, it's been difficult for a lot of people who have been passionate about the space for a long time. And so I wanted to introduce Glow, which is a different type of token. And if we look at Glow through a memetic lens, what you see is 866 token holders, $3,700 a day in trading volume, 2.3 trades a day on average in the year 2025. And by these accounts, it's a very wimpy meme token. And yet, Glow, which is a protocol that incentivizes the construction of solar farms, managed to put solar on someone's roof. And then some more, and then some more, and then some more. And then Glow went all the way to India, and it built this monster. And after this, we don't have as good footage. So all these solar farms are real, actual Glow solar farms. This is not stock footage. This is a solar farm that we built in India. There are 2 more solar farms. One's 4 times as big. One is 10 times as big. And so in just 14 months, Glow was able to build 22 megawatts of solar, which is enough power for 33,000 homes, or 38 homes per token holder in the Glow ecosystem. And so clearly, Glow is not doing all of this using the same meme juice that you see everywhere else. Glow, by memetic accounts, is not a very strong token. But what Glow does do is it uses Bitcoin-style token inflation to subsidize the construction of solar farms. And I specifically want to focus in on the word construction. So these aren't solar farms that, like, Glow doesn't go to existing solar farms like, oh, you did a good thing, here's some tokens. Glow is a construction protocol that takes targeted tasks, such as producing as many carbon credits as possible, and it rewards solar farms that accomplish very specific objectives on the protocol. And so if you have a house in like Washington, that's actually not really a good candidate for the Glow protocol. If you want to be a participant as a solar farm in the Glow ecosystem, you need to be a large-scale solar farm. You probably need to be in India. And at the very least, you need to be a professional who is solving specific real-world problems for people. And so the general mechanism is Bitcoin style. There's 175,000 tokens every week that get distributed by the Glow protocol to solar farms. And of course, if you're a meme token and your tokens don't have value, then the fact that you're doing 175,000 tokens a week is not going to go anywhere, because if they're not worth anything, there's no incentive and people aren't going to build for you. So a very important piece of what makes Glow different is its economics. And essentially, Glow monetizes itself by being a solar as a service project. And so for the first 14 months of its life, it focused mainly on the service of producing carbon credits. But as we transition from Glow v1 to Glow v2, Glow is actually generalizing, and it's allowing people to take control of that 175,000 tokens a week and point them to their own individual objectives. And so coming from a biased perspective, I would argue, and I genuinely believe, that Glow is the most efficient platform in the world for turning dollars into solar, and that it's substantially more effective than traditional government subsidies or constructing solar yourself. And so if you have a problem that could be solved by solar farms, I would argue that Glow is the best way to solve that problem. And essentially what you would do is you would mint production credits and then use those production credits as a governance mechanism to control how the Glow inflation flows. And essentially, to kind of come full circle on Glow economics, you mint production credits by supplying permanent liquidity, which is sometimes called protocol-owned liquidity, to the Glow DEX. That gives value to the Glow token. It gives price stability. It gives liquidity, and it functionally takes a bunch of Glow tokens out of circulation. So it's kind of analogous to a token buyback. And in return for funding the Glow economy and making the Glow token valuable, you get these production credits that control the flow of Glow inflation. And so 3 examples of things that you can do with production credits. One, I already said, and kind of the main use case today is that you use the production credits to target carbon credit production. If you're a company like Amazon or Mitsubishi, you have climate goals, you can use production credits to bring carbon credits to yourself. You build solar farms that produce carbon credits, and you meet your climate objectives. But let's say that you're someone who lives in Asheville or you have family in Asheville, which is a town that was destroyed last year. 100,000 homes got damaged by a hurricane, and you want to participate in the rebuild effort. You can use Glow, and you can use production credits to point Glow's token incentives to rebuild Asheville with solar, and you can add stipulations like add batteries so that people can be off grid and aren't dependent, aren't at risk of being out of power for 3 weeks, which is what happened in 2024. And then as a final example, so Sudan is a country with an unstable power grid. Many of the hospitals spend hours or even days in a row with no electricity. If you're trying to keep a patient alive, losing electricity is often a fatal issue. And so people die because hospitals don't have access to stable power. And one thing that you can do with production credits is you could say, I control 5,000 tokens a week. I want these tokens to only go to solar farms that are constructed next to hospitals that are guaranteeing that these hospitals have 24/7 power and that they will keep the patients alive even if the power grid is facing instability due to a number of complex issues. And so Glow, by mimetic accounts, is a very wimpy meme coin. But in terms of what it does in the real world, the people that it gives power to, and the change that it's able to create, Glow is not a wimpy token at all. And as you can see from all of the solar that we've built and all of the solar that we're going to continue building, Glow is what we think will be the future of abundant clean energy. Thank you.